finding the more I surround myself with positive people, I tend to get just positive feedback I didn't expect to get. Like, I'll give you a couple examples. Some people, over the summer I went to an amazing Christian youth camp, and I just got told at random times when I really wasn't expecting it, that people see me really doing things for Christ's kingdom, and they really see me going far in life. And not to brag, but that really just humbled me and really gave me a peace of mind and really reminded me where God is in my life and that He should be supreme. And especially when it comes to things, because I'm a senior, future things like thinking about where I'm going to go for college and what I'm going to do with my life. That really just gave me confidence in knowing that I have Christ on my side, and whenever He's with me, I can do all things.
For me, I get the most confident in competitive settings. The more competition, when I finally do get my chance to prove myself, is when I really get confidence and do all I can to win. As long as I have, like, from an outside source, some support, whether it's family-based or close friends, that's when I feel the most confident.
Something that gives me confidence is when I get a random compliment. I'll just be walking down the street and then someone will be like, "Oh, hey, cute outfit today," and I was like, "Oh, thanks. I don't know you, but thanks." And it's just that person didn't have to come up to me and be like, "Hey, I like your outfit." They just came up and was just decided to be kind, and just that really boosts my confidence because I don't know them.
When I was a freshman, I was a terrible kid. I was irresponsible and I was a jerk. I met Mrs. Doyle. Mrs. Doyle was life-changing for me. She always held me accountable. Always. When I hated it. When it first happened, I hated it so much. But she got through to me, and before she could teach me math, she really taught me that I have to take responsibility for my actions. I'm accountable for everything I do, and that hard work does pay off.
We had a talent show at my church, and I was singing a song, and this one kid comes up to me and goes, "Oh, you're singing?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, I'm just gonna leave now." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "I hate your voice," and he just left. I was like, okay. So then I got really nervous, and I've just been really shy about singing ever since.
Kind of going off what she said, just a little bit opposite of that, but when you do something, for myself, I know that's nerve-wracking and just kind of you're not sure about in the first place, and then you don't get any kind of feedback, whether it's positive or negative. You just kind of take that as, maybe I wasn't supposed to do this, or it didn't come out that good as I thought it would. But so just for me, no feedback is negative feedback. I did find that I think I'd be used to it because my dad's really sarcastic, so I kind of grew up around that sense of humor. But I find that I get most kind of cut down is when teachers use more of a sarcastic tone to kind of make make light of or poke fun at something you said, but in a more sarcastic tone, and I find that really cuts at me sometimes. It's just kind of one of those, you have to shake it off, but it still might take a little bit longer to do that.
I was talking to a couple of my friends about cheerleading because I'm in cheerleading, and I was like, I can't do my cartwheel yet, but I'm working on it. And I saw a teacher who just kind of gave me this really weird look, and I was like, what I do? And I just felt really bad after that because I didn't expect someone just to give me a weird look, especially a teacher or something. And I was like, oh.
I know growing up, I grew up in Reese, and I grew up as a big child. I mean, I was a very big child. And so being around grade school kids, especially in Reese, was very difficult because they were very mean. Very, very mean about my weight. And that was a huge thing because for the longest time I had the hardest time dealing with myself, how I looked and how I felt. And a lot of it was my own fault. I wasn't the nicest kid, but the fact of the matter was that I was overweight and they let me know it. It was my work ethic when I started working out. It was different than homework, which sounds weird, but it had a totally different aspect to it. I would run it first started off and I was big, So I just kind of lug around, I do what I could, but I got into a schedule of doing it, and I do it every day, and I do like a mile, and it was like a mile and a half, and it just started growing, and once I moved from Reese to Saginaw, my freshman summer, I just ran all the time. It really helped my grades too, because I was like, okay, I gotta get this done, and it was not difficult. I mean, it was obviously difficult, but it wasn't the hardest thing to do my homework like it was freshman year.
Within my class, like in classes, I feel the most comfortable because it's not a huge group, but it's not, I normally, that's my best setting as far as like being confident in speaking, because it's a group of my peers.
I would say around my friends, because my friends know me for who I am. Like the giggly side, the like side when I'm sad, they know how to comfort me and stuff. And when I'm in front of my friends, I'm just like crazy, and people will come up to me and be like, "You're so shy." I'm like, "You obviously haven't seen me in front of my friends, because I can get pretty crazy."
I think people who can relate to you makes for a comfortable setting. And people who understand you for who you are, and I think that's what he was alluding to kind of with the smaller classroom settings is you really get a chance to kind of know people, and once they know you, they can relate to you, which makes it more comfortable and easygoing. My family and my daddy, he really did a good job with letting me know that I am special and loved, and that really just boosts my confidence. And I see how it's different from people, maybe who didn't have a strong father figure, one at all. I really see the difference, and I'm really thankful that I have the family that I do and the dad that I do.
Yeah, I agree. Confidence usually starts at home, because your families are the ones to build you up the most, and they're the ones that usually give you the most confidence. When you're feeling down, they'll like boost you up and be like, "Everything's okay, you got this."
People are gonna say what they're gonna say, and it's okay to be affected by it, because that makes you human, and being able to grapple with your humanity and your humanistic attributes is a good thing. And so when you find yourself weak, and you find some instances that you're weak in, the first thing you can do before you can start working on it is to accept it and to really come to terms with it.
My family has always been behind me, but I think going to Christian schools my whole life, I've constantly heard, you can do anything through Christ, it doesn't matter. And I think you hear that here at Valley a couple times a week at the least. And I think I've never had a doubt where I couldn't do something, because I've always known that God's been there for me. So just hearing that constantly over and over, even though sometimes it goes right through one ear and out the other, you still it's there, and that takes away a lot of doubt, knowing that you have the creator of the universe on your side.